All right, guys, what up out there? Travel Wolves in the building. So tonight we're gonna give you the show. I promise you guys. Uh, we're gonna dedicate this show to the late great Charles Tyler of the Charles Tyler Show, the goat of African American and Black men who travel. Okay, we're gonna dedicate tonight to him. I'm just gonna let it roll. Feel free to comment in the discussion. Meaning to do this because we need to bring more attention back to him. Okay. And so without further ado, here we go. This is actually the video that got me traveling. When I was first seeking the desire to travel, I discovered this video. This is the video that got me engaged in travel. All right, so here we go.
All right, the red is coming. This is there, recording.
All right, this is Charles Tyler here, the Charles Tyler Show, coming to you live and direct here, right down here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. But I'm coming to you from Barra Tijuca.
Barra Tijuca, we at the Shopping Village Mall.
The Shopping Village Mall, as you can see, it's a beautiful setting here. I mean, you can turn the camera just a little to red real quick. You can see these beautiful buildings right here. Nice little river in the back of us right here, and all. And like I said, I'm just going over here. I've been here now, what?
30 days?
Over 30 days now, about 32 days now. And, just reflecting on life, without being on the run waiting for it, ready to chase down an airline, fly out of here, and, trying to absorb into the expat life. And, my experiences down here so far, and I just have to say that a lot of y'all guys probably, on my last live stream on Facebook, y'all, oh man, he lost a lot of weight. This is the lifestyle down here, man. This is my soda right here. Okay, I don't drink soda. I'm always drinking water and life's elixir, definitely.
All right, Charles, I got a few questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Question number one, what are some adjustments that you had to make in your first 30 days when you first landed in Rio as a full-time expat?
Well, for starters, I had to change my route. I originally supposed to be in Fortaleza. Okay, so that was coming to Rio directly now, and with the time, I don't have to be on the run all the time. I'm taking my time, doing my videos, doing my work and everything like that. So, I would say the adjustment for starters is that I'm not on the run as much. And then also as far as health wise, we just getting over the shock and the passing of Mark Lyles. He was one of our members in our Facebook group and everything like that. And he passed away up in Salvador Bahia. You know, it I've already had the idea of changing what I eat down,
Correct.
But being here, it's that much easier. All the junk food costs more, all right, and all the healthy food costs less.
Exactly.
I'm eating in small portions, but yet I'm still feeling like I ate a whole day's worth meal, and I can, that right there has helped me healthy and also financially. I'm not blowing money, throwing money all over the place, you know. So, I would say health wise, it's definitely an adjustment. Financial wise, it's been definitely an adjustment too as well.
And the second question that I have for you is, what difference do you see in living in Rio than living in America? What are the things you miss as far as comfortness and non-comfortness?
All right. The funny thing about it is that some of the stuff I missed wasn't good for me in a way too as well. Like, for example, um, I have a car or a truck. Okay, I can just jump in anywhere I want to go. I jump in a car, I'm there. All right. Well, what does that do? That takes away the exercise, the extra exercise that I need that I wasn't doing is walking. You know, when I was a basketball player, I walked a lot or ride a bike. All right. When I was, especially when I was in my teenage years and I had like a 40-inch vertical. Why? Because I'm walking or riding a bike all the time. And then, of course, 17 rolls around. Dad throws me the keys to the car. And now I'm driving. And I've been driving ever since. Okay. And in the process of that, weight came on. You know, I tore my ACLs and I couldn't play basketball anymore. Um, Even more weight came on. But shucks, I got a car. I don't have to walk.
Exactly.
Okay. And but in the process of that going on, I'm still putting on more weight, no exercise or anything like that. And these are basic exercises. These are not stuff that you have to go to the gym for. I'm walking so much that I'm just walking to the store or walking to the movies or something like that, or walking uh, from Lemmy all the way to Implemima Beach or LeBron. You know, I'm losing weight, and it's like it ain't no thing. I got the beach right there in front of me and everything like that, and I lost a lot of weight doing that. That's one thing. Yeah, and like I said, the other thing is access to more healthier food. Like I said earlier, you know, I would say also having a lot of time for myself, aside from me doing the work with with the Black Man's Option. You know, I've had a lot of time to myself. I've been sleeping 8 hours and all that stuff or more, and I just the stress level. As you can see, I'm laid back here, and the
I could
stress
see.
level.
I could tell the difference. I could tell the difference in your demeanor and your actions, your attitude. I could see your stress level is not high at all.
And because of that, I'm starting to see my youthness come back. Now I'm 44 years old, and I don't feel mentally. I don't feel old. I don't feel middle age. But I'm starting to, life abroad. I'm starting to see the stress level go down. That's why I see guys like Mr. John looking young as hell, and they're in their 70s.
Another question that comes always in mind that people always ask about you. One thing they want to know is like, what were the sacrifices that you had to make in order for you to actually reach to the point where you said, you know what, I'm gonna move to Rio de Janeiro, I'm gonna start up here. What little sacrifices you had to make? I don't call them little, but I call them huge because anytime you make a move, it's still a huge sacrifice because you're leaving everything behind.
Hugest sacrifice I had to make was family, because of course they don't want me to come down here. All right, and I wasn't happy where I was. Sometimes you can't live for family, and it's a hard decision because that's
Yes.
your loved ones.
Yes, of course.
But you gotta do things to make yourself happy, and your family, somewhere down the line, is they're gonna come to see that. But my number one critic of my weight is my mother. Okay, because she's always been a slim woman. Okay, and it's kept her young. She's 77 years old. It's kept her young. You know, but she sees me down here and slimming down, then that's what she likes. Even though she wants me back in the States, but she knows that if I come back in the States, I'm a fat boy. And that's not good because I'll probably be dead before her.
Exactly.
Okay. You know.
She cares about you. She cares for your own
So
good
she,
interests.
she bears and grin it, and she lets me go. My father, on the other hand, he's starting to come around because he was against. Ironically, by virtue of the fact that his new wife is foreign, he's been with her for over 24 years now. All right, and he's starting to see. Well, shucks, he's going down there, and he's starting to look good, and he's happy, and so he's coming around. You know, but being away from family, then there's also my kids too. My kids, they're all over the world themselves. My daughter's over in Japan. My son, he'll eventually come down or some one day. You know, So it's mainly to me, family is the one thing that you know that I had to make a sacrifice on. Of course, make sacrifices on. You know, having a car and all this other stuff. And there's certain things you have to let go to make your moves, to make you much more put yourself in a situation to where you want to be happy.
And one question, and and so another thing is that I wanted to ask you is, what doubts did you have when you decided to say making this permanent move? Did you have any doubts? Did you have any concerns, any worries? Did you have it, like, what would you experience? What feelings did you have in mind when you knew, okay, the day is here, this is it, I'm gone tomorrow?
I had to, you know what, coming down the stretch of me getting ready to move down here last month, right? It was a lot of things going wrong. Okay, like I said earlier, I was supposed to go to Fortaleza. I was supposed to get married. None of those things happened. All right, and that happened like days before I'm supposed to come down here. Most guys were like, "Oh, forget it, I'm not coming down here." But I took it on as a challenge because I said maybe the Creator has always created a path for you, and if He does not mean you to go down that path, you're not going down that path.
Exactly.
So maybe He's still guiding me. Okay, now I can turn away from the guidance and say, "Forget it, I ain't coming down here." I'm not going to take a. I'm just going to just heck with it. No, I'm going to continue on. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this on as a challenge. All right. I'm going to build up my channel. All right. Because now I know guys are looking at me. And, a lot of guys, they look up to me, you know, being, a future expat. Hopefully I get up there with you. But, they want to see how I do so they can possibly do the same. They can replicate the same things possibly. Not maybe not exactly, but this guy didn't back off. This guy came down here. He made it happen anyway. All right.
Exactly.
You know, his original plans didn't work out. You know, but he did not let that stop him. He kept on going.
Exactly.
So I would say, you know, I took it on as a challenge.
What advice would you give any brothers that have idea of moving, whether it's in Brazil or moving to any other country? What advice would you give them if they have any doubts or if they are unsure? What would be the best advice you would give them? And, like, as far as preparation and planning ahead, what things would you give
Well,
them?
you got to plan ahead. You got to get your money right and everything like that. And you got to, you got to believe that it's going to happen. All right. You got to take a chance. Now, I can come down here and maybe things don't work out and I have to come back home or something like that for a while. All right. But that's not a failure. Okay. You learn some things and you're going to come back. You know. All right. Brazil is a big country. It's the size of the United States, if not bigger. All right. And I see myself all over this country, not just Rio. Okay. Rio's just a starting ground. All right. And my thing is like this: in order for me to explore this country, right, is you gotta have heart. You gotta step up. You can't doubt yourself. All right. You cannot doubt yourself. You gotta say, for these guys who are looking in this camera, looking on YouTube, looking on Facebook, and looking at me, we're looking at guys like Raphael or guys like Alan Harper, or of course the legendary Mr. John, you know, Dwayne Banks, Philly,
Dr. Neil.
Dr. Neil Turner, all these guys who are expats in Brazil. All right, Philly McFly Harris too. All right, these guys, they went after it and they did it. Yeah. In my case, this was a 5-year plan, and I finally decided I'm not going to let nothing hold me back, and I just left everything behind. I gave my car back. I broke lease with my apartment back home in West Philadelphia, and I just left. And I said, I'm going to do this, and if rain or shine, sink or swim, success or failure, I'm going to do this. All right. You got to have determination. You got to make it happen. Okay. So, these are things that brought me to this point. And I hope like I said, I'm 32 days in. I hope I can go on. And then I'm taking it one day at a time as well.
That's the way to take it.
And
what are your future plans in general as far as for your YouTube channel, as far as your future travels within Brazil? What do you have in mind? What places do you have in mind to visit when you decide to travel outside of Rio? And what is going to be the main purpose and key of your travels throughout Brazil?
Okay. Well, for starters, my main purpose is to show the brothers back in the Matrix that the world is way bigger than the United States. It's funny. I was watching the documentary yesterday. It was called Philly Uncut, right? And it was showing a rapper. Oh God, what was his name? I actually thought he was an actor, but it turns out he's a Philly rapper. Gorilla. I forgot whatever his name is. Anyway, he comes into Philly. And he said, he goes to South Philadelphia. And he said, I had to go with my hood dudes, all my criminals. And the guy was up there, praising the fact they got shot and they still living. Okay. This one dude, he a real street warrior, man. He got shot in the head. He's still walking around. Guy walks in there with his eye cocked up and all this other stuff. And I'm like, these guys are celebrating negativity. They're celebrating hood shit because 3 blocks is their world. One guy even said that we could be born with, the funny thing about born with dudes in the hood is that same dude may live in your neighborhood about maybe 3 blocks from you. Y'all could be going to the same cleaners. Y'all show up at the same cleaners together. Y'all got to pull out guns on each other. And I'm like, for real? Really? This is how far the black community has fallen. And the reason why is that a lot of brothers think that their world is 3 blocks long. Okay? Think that the hood is where they're supposed to be at. Okay? And I frown on that. Okay? When you got a passport, the world is yours.
Exactly.
All right? The United States is a tiny, tiny little world. Your neighborhood is just that more microscopic.
Exactly.
All right? When you go out there in the world and you see things, you see beautiful places like, look at the mountains and all that stuff, and beautiful, like I said about Barajuka, the jungle, the metropolis in the jungle, and all this. When you see stuff like this, it broadens your mind. It opens your mind up even more. It lets you know that you don't have to be a hood nigga. You don't have to be all that stupid stuff.
Exactly.
All right? Because to me, it's stupid.
Exactly.
It's frivolous. It's dumb. It's pointless. And when you start to become worldly, knowing extra languages and everything like that, and yes, my Portuguese is not that good. All right? But I'm learning every day. All right? I'm a slow learner when it comes down to learning a different language.
And here's a question that comes to mind. Of course, this is what I guess the majority of the guys that come to Brazil. The woman, what advice would you give a guy that's looking for a relationship here in Brazil or is looking for a marriage? What advice would you give them as far as to get a head start?
Well, you ain't going to find a wife going to Maps. Starters. All right, I'll say that. It's like this, man.
What mindset do you want them to bring over here when they come here to Rio? If they're looking for a wife or girlfriend just to start, what would you advise them to do? Like, what would you tell them?
All right, well, for starters, the number one thing is be open-minded. All right, because you never know where you're going to find love. Okay, I said about Maps and all that stuff, but you never know where you're going to find love. All right, of course, the language is also very important. All right, and then you come here and you don't have to act like a hood. I'm going back to the hood thing. You don't need that stuff. All right, you come here and you act like a gentleman. Okay, you know, you take a woman out to dinner. You treat one thing about Brazilian women is that it doesn't take much. You take them out to dinner, right? You treat them with high class. See, down here is the machismo attitude as far as the men. I mean, I seen dudes come from the hip, smack the shit out their women right there, you know, at all. These women, they've gone through some, you know, abusive relationships and stuff like that. But these women are not like the Matrix women. Okay, you come down here, you treat them right, you know, treat them with kindness, treat them like a gentleman, and you will get far with that. Okay, the women down here, I said it before, it's 26-1 for an American. Okay, especially when you get the language. The language, I think, when you get the language down, I think your numbers blow up even more. Okay, all right, but when you get that down and you come down here with a positive attitude, you come down here not with, okay, she might say no to you. Okay, she's just like the Matrix women at home and da 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 da. You know, no. One thing about it is, yeah, she may not like you for whatever reason. Okay, she may like a certain type of guy, and you may not fit that bill. But the beautiful part about Brazil is that there's so many other women that will like you. So she may reject you for whatever reason. You may be too short, you may be too tall, you may be too big, you may be too fat, this and that. All right. But there are other women out here who will like you for what you are. And you don't have to play no role like we do back in the Matrix. Okay. Just come down here as you are. One other thing, the most important thing, hygiene. Okay. You smell good, you wash up, you cologne. They love women, they love men who wear cologne. All right. I mean, I get so much play with my polo or my cool water, you know, and when you make it, come down there and make yourself look good, some nice outfits, doesn't, you don't have to be completely dressed down. I seen one guy who put a post up on Facebook looking like Mr. T with all this gold on. All that stuff isn't necessary. No.
Exactly.
A nice polo shirt, all right, some good cologne, you're well shaven, you're well, your hygiene down, everything like that. In other words, she don't smell you coming, okay? All right, at least don't smell you coming in the wrong way. Then you can get a lot of play, all right, and everything like that.
All right. And now the other question that people ask in November, as far as the beach party, what are your expectations for the beach party? And when you first created the beach party, what was the purpose of the beach party?
Well, the purpose of the beach party in the beginning, all right, of course, Mr. John, and he's my partner with these and all that stuff, is to show brothers, what life, the average brother from the United States is like at a beach party, at a setting where we're mixing with the Brazilian women and everything like that. And then the most important thing, the brotherly camaraderie that we don't get back in the U.S. All right, brothers don't look out for each other in the U.S. like we look out for each other down here, and that's what I noticed when I first came down here, that we look out for each other a whole lot better. So I wanted to create a network of brothers from all over the country. All right, east to west, north to south. All right, that we can get together every November. We hope to do it more than just November. All right, and we could build business relationships, friendships, okay, and all that stuff. All right, and then also guys coming down here, and who's to say? I remember a guy who came down here for my beach party in 2014. By 2015, he came down for my next beach party in 2015, and he met his future wife, and they've been married. They got married earlier this year, as a matter of fact, and I'm creating chances. I'm creating reasons to come down here. The beach party is one of them. To where the guys, well, man, I'm coming down here by myself. No, you won't be by yourself. Okay, it's gonna be a crew of dudes right here and everything like that you know from the Facebook group. You get to finally meet them in person and everything like that. and all. But in the process of all that happening, you just might meet your Mrs. Right. Okay. And the beach party is an excuse to get you down here to see what it's like down here. Okay. Camaraderie, a chance to see a beautiful city, and then maybe somewhere down the line, you might meet a woman that might change your life. And it isn't going to be a Matrix chick, a AAW, or anything like that. All right. That could bring you down the aisle. I'm a man that believes in marriage. Okay. You know, and because like I said, I had a father. He was married to my mother. All right. Didn't work out. Moved on. He married another woman. All right. He's, as far as I'm concerned, both my mother and his current wife is the reason why he's still around now.
Exactly.
You know,
What advice would you give brothers that are dealing with, that are in a bad relationship in the States where that they don't know how to get out of the situation, and they might have an idea in mind where they want to come down to Brazil or any other destination? What advice would you give them if they say that they feel like doing something crazy or or so? What advice would you give them if they're going through a huge depression because of their
take a
relationship?
chance and do it. Travel. Come on down here. See what life is like in Brazil or in Colombia, or even I wouldn't feel shaky on the DR, all right, or over in Thailand or something like that. See what life is like before you, because like I said, the Matrix USA is not the world. Right? The women in the US are not the only women in the world. See, that's where a lot of brothers make their mistakes at. All these dudes going out here, killing their women, being thirsty, acting like a fool and all this other stuff. And they must, I mean, come on, it isn't worth it. Going to jail, punching abroad. You got Tommy Sotomayor running up there telling dudes to punch women and black women in the face. Let me tell you something. Black women in the world, you just came from Bahia, the blackest city in outside of Africa.
Yes.
All right. And you saw probably I seen the women that you were with over there. Beautiful women. And they treat you way different. So if shit's not working for you in the US, sometimes it's good if you up there not hitting home runs in the US. Sometimes it's good to change the ballpark.
Exactly. And I always say to myself, don't let other people influence your mindset where they tell you if you can't get any woman in the States, you're gonna have a bad time overseas. That's not true.
It's
Maybe
not true.
most of the time you have guys that they were married, they was in a relationship, that didn't work out.
Now, I will say this. There's some certain things about yourself that you also have to make sure.
Exactly. You have to have confidence. Confidence is the key. You have to have confidence in yourself. You have to develop that confidence. How you develop that confidence? You start going to different places around the world. It doesn't have to be home, but just build your confidence little by little. You build that confidence.
I'll give you an example. There was a guy who was a buddy of mine, and he not going to say his name, but he had going back to it. He had he not too tidy. Okay, how can I say this? All right, it's not too tidy. He had a hygiene issue.
Mm-hmm.
We smelled him coming.
Mm.
Good guy. All right, and he couldn't figure out why he can't get a girl. All right, and so even down here, when he started coming down here, so we pulled him to the side and we came at him and we said, look, man, we're not trying to disrespect you or anything, but we can smell you coming. And if we can smell you coming, she can smell you coming.
Yes.
Okay. You got to do something about how you tidy yourself, all right, and how you keep your hygiene up. We should not smell you coming. If we do smell you coming, you better smell like Polo.
Exactly.
Soon as he did that, trimmed himself down, got some decent clothes. Don't have to be the best. Little polo shirt here and there and all this other stuff. You know, he started doing those things. The women got past. You know, he was a brand new person. Some of the women didn't even recognize him. Okay, you know, who's this? Such and such. You know, wound up getting himself a girl. There are certain things about yourself too that will chase women away.
That is true.
Okay, all right, whether up there in the U.S. or down here too as well.
Exactly.
All right, so you got to make sure you check yourself. Check things about yourself. The same thing with me. I did the same thing myself. Wait a minute. Let's make sure there's not nothing wrong with me too.
Exactly.
Okay. And there were some things about myself that I could fix up.
Exactly.
You know, my weight for starters. Okay. But like I said, but when you do all those things and they're still not working out, then yes, you have to change your ballpark.
Exactly.
You have to change the style of women. Women in America, they make fun of good dudes. Okay. You know, not saying all of them.
Exactly.
But I say that the large majority of them. I've seen posts on. There's a famous post on Facebook where a girl is taking a selfie with a dude, right? And she tells at the bottom of herself, she said, "This dude traveled 1,700 miles, thinking that he gonna get some pussy, and this is as close to the pussy he's gonna get." And she's making fun of him, and all the women are leaving their posts right there. Ah, you played him. Ah, you know. Well, what I say to that dude, right? For the cost it took you to travel 1,700 miles, you could have traveled 6,000 more miles, right, south, and got some play from a woman that would have appreciated you even coming from one part of the world to
And
another.
that guy could have been a guy that was a clean cut,
The
professional guy,
according
great
to the
personality.
Picture, I'm not judging men or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the guy was he was an all right guy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't fair for the way, you know, Asian AAWs, aka African American women, you know, was dealing with brother. They take fun in ignoring brothers. We are men. All right.
And
I check. I love women and women alone.
I think it's more of a stateside problem because, you know, the women in America, they know their worth. They know that they outnumber guys in general. They know that they are more of a commodity there, you know. And I always say, if you're that guy that you're confident, you know, you dress well, you speak well, and it's still not working for you in America, then maybe you should give yourself a chance to go abroad. Because if you're a clean-cut guy, it'll work for you overseas if it's not working for you in the States. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, you know, some guys say, well, if you can't get a woman, I said, well, maybe that guy has tried his best. Maybe that guy is a clean-cut brother, but he doesn't have that luck because the women in the States want to push him around. They want to use him, abuse him. Mm-hmm. And some guys are not going to tolerate that, you know. And I always tell brothers, look, when you come overseas, here are key things that you have to understand. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for a wife, and you're looking for a serious relationship, especially here in Brazil and Rio, stay away from whorish, prostitution, everything, because you're not going to find a great wife there. You should know your worth. That's why it's important to learn the language, a little bit of the language, you know, and seek outside of those areas where you're going to see those type of women. You know, go where you're going to meet professional women that have their shit together, so you don't have that headache. And if she tells, and look, at the end of the day, when one woman says no, there's 1,000 others that'll say yes. So
one thing I will say about Brazilian women is when they do say no, it ain't over. She may say no, but I got a boyfriend, whatever, you know. But my cousin, my girlfriend. Who's your cousin? Your girlfriend?
Don't give up. Don't.
Oh my God, she better looking than you. You know, there you go.
There's too many women in this world for you to, you know, because just like Charles said in his interview, that, you know, you have girls that have different preference of looks. Some of them like the white guys, the Asian, black men, fat, chubby, slim. You know, every woman has different tastes. Just like we got standards, they have standards too. So we can't let that affect us. Oh my gosh, you don't like me.
But the main thing is, and what I tell a lot of brothers is that, especially when they see on the videos and they see, oh, well, she's down here with a white guy and all this other stuff. The main reason why she's probably even with that white guy, and this is what's been told to me from Brazilian women, all right, black Afro-Brazilian women in particular, you know, what I mean is, is the fact that you're not down here. Okay? You know, African American men, and more of them come to Brazil, they can get a lot of Afro-Brazilian women. There's an abundance of them all over this country. Okay? And like I said, one may say no, but she might point you in the direction of one that might say yes. Okay?
There's thousands, there's millions. Don't get upset because one of them said no. Just go on to the next one. Who cares?
I'm at a stage now where I don't even, being down here, I'm not thirsty. Okay? I'm not, I can walk up to a woman, she can shoot me down. Okay? Off to the next one. Okay? I don't feel the rejection anymore because I know there's so many women here that won't say no versus the ones that will say no. The odds are in my favor. And the thing about it is, that's not just in Brazil, that's basically all over the world almost, in most countries. For the black man, the African American man, they're wanted. Okay? Don't let negative media make you out to be a thug or a criminal. All right? Don't, like, for example, because when you fall for it, you wind up like that guy back there where his world is only three blocks long, back there in West Philadelphia and South Philadelphia when I seen that documentary. All right? Where their world, they happy because they got shot. I'm trying not to get shot because getting shot don't feel too great. And it might be the last feeling I ever get.
Well, Charles, in conclusion, for your final thought, and the final question of the interview, anything else you have to say before we close down the interview?
Well,
as far as like, what is your next move for the next 30 days? And
well, like I said, what's going on here is my main focus right now is my channel. All right. I have a lot of videos that I'm stacking up on, right, including the one we're doing today. All right. But with all this stuff going on with YouTube censoring a lot of my stuff, they killed my monetizing rate, and I'm not getting paid like I used to from YouTube. Okay. The channel survives off the views on YouTube, true. But now the channel must survive off its subscribers as well. All right. Because YouTube is censoring us. So what I've done is I've opened up a Patreon account, and y'all can see the Patreon link at the bottom. That's going to be a patreon.com / C Tyler Show. Okay, let me just repeat that. That's patreon.com / C Tyler Show. All right, you're going to find that in the description box right there. We need 1,000 Patreons a month to keep our show going, especially to do the things that I want to do the show. I want to bring y'all guys with me on my tour of this beautiful country, Brazil. All right, I want to show y'all guys that there's the women out here are beautiful inside and out. And maybe this is the type of expat lifestyle that you probably want to start with. Brazil's my favorite. You may like Thailand, you may like Colombia, but I want to at least on this tour of Brazil, where I go to, Cabo Frio, Cabo Grande, Salvador Bahia, Fortaleza, Belo Horizonte, São Paulo, right back here, the city side. All right. I want y'all guys to take a look and see with me. Go on this tour with me. All right. With my camera and everything. All right. But I also want to be held accountable by my work. All right. And when you guys come and y'all give like I said, $5 a month, okay, on Patreon, all right, it can make this all happen, and I can show y'all a whole new world. A lot of guys say they want to support the Charles Tyler Show. Well, this is the best way to do it, through Patreon right here. All right. Like I said, we don't know how long this YouTube crisis is going to go on, but it is what it is for now. And, right now the Charles Tyler Show can use your support to keep things going. All right. And you can, like I said, you can support us once again, Charles Tyler Show. You want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/C Tyler Show. Okay.
All right.
And that will definitely keep us going. I can bring y'all all over the world, bring y'all the Black Man's Option all over the place.
All right, Charles, man. It was good having you in this interview, and I'm pretty sure you have more up to come.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
X-Pac Living,
Out.
Black Man's Option.
All right, guys. So there you had it. You saw it from the GOAT himself, Charles Tyler. He was such a marvelous person. He was an amazing man. Definitely the last of a breed. May he rest in power. As you saw him tell you, they demonetized his channel. Okay? So they demonetized his channel at some point. He had to rely on Patreon. A lot of you guys don't know the real story about him. When he needed everyone's back, everyone abandoned him, okay? He passed away in Brazil, the place he loved, and he needed everyone to help with the expenses, and nobody helped. Nobody helped. He gave so much. He's the reason why I went to Brazil. The whole reason I used to watch the Charles Tyler Show all the time. Go check in the comments. You'll see me in there. I used to watch the Charles Tyler Show all the time. All the time. All the time. You know what I'm saying? So, what up, Traveling Tony? So, I really just want to get us back to our bearings, okay? A lot of shit has gotten messy. We got to get back to our bearings. We got to get back to our bearings, guys. We gotta correct the course of the ship, and we gotta get back to our bearings. This is not working anymore, okay? We gotta get back to our bearings, all right? Uh-oh. He left it up. I think he left it up just for me. Your boy Floyd is back. Your boy Floyd is back buying box. He's buying box. Your boy Floyd is back buying box. Buying box. Shout out to WG. WG, if you ain't get it, I'm gonna put it in there for you again. The script. The comic book is the thing I'm gonna show you, the draft of the comic book. It should be coming any moment now. They just getting up in the country. Salute, bro. I'm back. I don't know any of these guys really. What? You don't know Charles Tyler? What? I'm going to do a show Saturday morning for me and Friday night for you. That's what's up. Okay. I'll be there Friday night. I'll be there, brother. Just let me know. You know I do 2 shows a day, so just catch me. Just catch me. You can go on and just invite me on StreamYard. That's how I'll know. All right. So, all right. But yeah, so hold on a minute. Let me get this. I got the script together too. I got the script. Well, not the script, but I mean I got a page of the script for the comic book. You guys know when you make a comic book, you got to have a script. So I got a page of the script. I'll put it in here for you guys. This is the page from the script. It's not copywritten, so try not to share it around. I got to get this shit copywritten. I got to get this shit copywritten. But this is just one page from the script to give you an idea of what I'm doing. All right, I'll star it for you. I put it in there, start. Click on that link, it'll take you. And you guys can thank WG for that because WG paid for this for you guys. And he got me thinking of a way to do something. He got me thinking. I'm researching it right now. I might be spending an all motherfucking nighter. I might be spending an all motherfucking nighter in the editing lab because WG got me thinking about something that might work, and Charles Tyler just gave me a brilliant idea, a brilliant idea. And I'm gonna have to change the message. I'm gonna have to just start like telling you guys, I'm gonna have to start telling you guys to do one thing and one thing only, over and over and over again until I reach that goal. I'm gonna have to just telling you guys over and over and over again to do one thing. Matter of fact, hold on a minute. I don't even gotta do a whole lot of stuff. I be tripping. Hold on a minute. I might be able to set this up right now. I might be able to set this up right now. I always spell it wrong. Patreon. I always spell it wrong. Ah, man. Why would they pick such a difficult name to spell? Okay, there we go. They always gotta, man, these founders, they always picking these crazy ass names to spell. I be thinking I gotta reinvent the wheel, but I don't. I actually have a lot of stuff together that I just never use. Let me look at something right here. But yeah, man, Pretty Boy Floyd is back at it. No, he ain't Pretty Boy. Let me stop calling him. Your boy Floyd is back at it. Back to the begging. He done brought box. He done brought box again with your money. He done brought box again with your money. He ain't trying to get out of Dodge. He buying box with your money. He buying box. Why did this come up? That's interesting. That's very interesting that would come up. Oh, you know what? I brought his stuff. Yeah, see, you guys be thinking I'm not a real dude, but I used to buy as a member. I subscribe. See, you guys. See, let me show you guys something here, because you guys be thinking I'm not a real dude. See, let me show you guys something here. See, let me show you something here, because you guys be thinking I'm not a real dude. I was a subscriber to Charles Tyler. You see this right here, WL Director, WL Jones. I was a member on Patreon. You see that right there? That's me being a member on Patreon. And let me see if I can make it bigger for you. See that right there? That's me as a member on Patreon. See my membership to the Charles Tyler Show? I'm probably still paying. I don't know where the money going, but I'm probably still paying. See. I tell you guys, man, I really fuck with Charles Tyler. He's the reason why I got out there. He's the reason why I started traveling. See, man, yeah. See, I was a subscriber. He had the videos. That's Charles Tyler. So he had the videos. I had all the videos. Okay, I had all the videos. All right, more videos. I had all the videos. All right, I was a member. I forgot. I still got the membership. I think I still got the membership. I still got the membership. I still be paying for this. Wow. I knew I was missing money, but I didn't know I was still paying for this. I'm still paying for this. I'm still paying for this. I'm still paying for this. See this? I was a member of the Charles Tyler Show. You see what I'm saying? I was a member. Oh, okay. I'm not paying. Am I still paying for this? I don't know if I'm paying for this still, but you guys get the point. Now, I have also a creator membership. I also have a creator membership on the Charles Tyler Show. I have a creators membership on the Charles Tyler Show. I mean, I have a creators membership on Patreon. And I'm thinking about, let me turn this off. And I'm thinking about using this because see, all this stuff is already set up for me. See, I don't gotta do anything. I don't gotta do anything. I could roll out what I want to roll out for you guys right away. You know, I don't gotta do anything. Let me brag. Let me brag so that when the people come in here talking shit about me just showing a whole video of Charles Tyler, when the cronies come in here talking shit, I can show them this. This is my badge right here. This is my badge, okay? I was a member of the Charles Tyler Show on Patreon, okay? That was me, okay? That's me. I was a member, okay? So I say that because I want you guys to see who I really am, you know, as a human being and a man and a person. I'm not out here playing games, you know. I do a lot. I do a lot. I'm not out here playing games. I do a lot. You know, I do a lot. Yeah, see, I got like 4 or 5 Patreons. Oh no, this one's a member. I got like 4 or 5 Patreons, but that's a member Patreon. So I got a couple of Patreons just sitting dormant, mostly member Patreons. I do a lot of member Patreons, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to set this shit up and automate it and just sit back and chill the fuck out. I'm about to set this shit up and put it on automation. Yeah, I don't need to make new Patreons. That's the good news because putting together a Patreon is difficult. Let's see what this one is. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of Patreons. Yeah, I got too many Patreons for my own good. Yeah, I got too many Patreons. I got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these things, man. I got too many for my own good. All right. So what I was gonna do tonight, I gotta go in my garage. It's kind of dark. I don't know. I don't think I really need it. I want to go in my garage and try to find some of this footage for you guys, but I don't think it really matters. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about this footage that I want. There's some footage that I really, really want. I might have it on the Apple Cloud. I just gotta chill. You know, this is the problem. Oh God. See, this is the problem. And the problem is that I really need my dick sucked right about that. I'm so stressed. See, this is the problem. When you leave the country, you can't move like you want. You know what I'm saying? Because you be back home and nothing's gonna happen for you. You know, when you leave the country, you just can't move like you want. Nothing's gonna happen for you. You know, nothing's gonna happen for you. You can't move like you want. You know, so I don't know. I'm gonna set up a Patreon tonight. Tomorrow is gonna be a new agenda. A new agenda tomorrow. I'm gonna chill and watch some TV though. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. That's the best thing to do. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break right now. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the best thing. That's the best thing for me to do. Best thing for me to do is to take a break. You know, just relax. Just relax. Sit back. You know, sometimes being still, is the loudest thing a man can do. You know, sometimes being still is the loudest thing a man can do. I'm gonna let Floyd make it. I'm gonna let Floyd make it tonight. Tonight's his lucky night. Tonight, damn, she look like a fucking kid. Tonight is his fucking lucky night. What is this dude bugging? Is this dude bugging? She look like a kid. All right, I gotta come back and do another live about this. I gotta come back. I might just let him make it tonight. I might let Floyd make it tonight because I don't know. I got to think about some other stuff, but he's out there, guys. He's taking your money and feeding 304s. I thought he wasn't feeding 304s. He's taking your money and feeding 304s with your money. Ain't that some shit? All right, I'm out of here, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace. Later.